No one touches the scissors but Lady B. Those were the rules. But the day Tolu broke them, the salon's doors closed and something far darker was unleashed. In Lagos, Nigeria, there was a salon like no other, Lady B Beauty Salon. Bukola, the owner, had built it into the most sought-after beauty destination in town. Every wealthy woman, celebrity, and high society girl flocked to Lady B's to have their hair done. The salon's sleek, modern design located in one of the most expensive areas of Lagos matched the clientele it attracted. Inside, women laughed, gossiped, and admired each other's new hairstyles, while Lady B ruled over the stylist like a queen. Despite the success of Lady B Beauty Salon, there was one rule that every employee knew never to break: don't touch the scissors. The warning was clear and repeated every time a new stylist joined the team. The scissors, simple looking and slightly worn, hung in a glass case in Lady B's private office. No one but Bukola herself was ever allowed to use them, not even her most trusted stylist. At first, none of the stylists cared much about the strange rule. Lady B paid them well, and the salon was always filled with clients. The tips alone were enough to make them turn a blind eye to any oddities. But over time, curiosity started to gnaw at some of them. Why was Lady B so protective of those scissors? What made them so special? The truth behind the scissors was darker than anyone could have imagined. Lady B, or Bukola, as her real name was, hadn't always been the queen of Lagos salons. In fact, when she first opened her salon, she struggled to get even a handful of clients. Though she was skilled with hair, her business wasn't growing, and each day that passed without customers was another day she inched closer to failure. She had invested all her savings into the salon, and yet no one came. Bukola's frustration grew by the day. She watched as other salons thrived while her chairs remained empty. It seems no matter how hard she tried, no one wanted to come to Lady B's. Her best friend, Wumi, had watched her struggle from the beginning. One evening, after yet another day of no customers, Wumi approached Bukola with a solution. "I know someone who can help you," she said, her voice low and secretive. "There is a herbalist I've heard about. People say is powerful. It can give you what you need to succeed." Bukola had never been one to believe in such things, but desperation made her consider it. "What do you mean? How can a herbalist help my business?" Wumi leaned closer. "This herbalist has done wonders for others. They say it can bless your business with something special, something no one else will have. You will become the top salon in Lagos. Everyone will want to come to you." Skeptical, but with nothing left to lose, Bukola agreed to visit the herbalist. The next day, Wumi took her deep into a rural village on the outskirts of Lagos. It was a long journey, filled with dusty roads and the sound of countryside, a far cry from the busy city Bukola was used to. When they arrived at the herbalist's home, Bukola was nervous. The small dark hut was filled with scents of burning herbs and strange symbols pointed on the walls. The herbalist, an old man with piercing eyes, sat silently as Bukola explained her situation, her failing salon, her dwindling hope. After a long silence, the herbalist finally spoke. "I can help you," he said, his voice gravely and slow, "but the solution I offer is not without consequence. Are you willing to pay the price for success? Bukola nodded, her heart pounding in her chest. Yes, anything. I just want my salon to succeed. The herbalist stood up and disappeared into a back room, returning a moment later with a small, simple-looking pair of scissors. They looked ordinary, old even, but when Bukola took them in her hands, they felt heavier than they should have. Those scissors, the herbalist began, are not like any other. Use them to trim your customers' hair, and you will see results. Your salon will become the most popular in Lagos. No other salon will stand a chance against yours. But listen carefully. No one must touch these scissors but you. If anyone else touches them, there will be consequences. Terrible consequences. Bukola, blinded by her desperation for success, agreed without fully understanding the gravity of the herbalist's words. She returned to Lagos with scissors, unsure of what to expect but willing to do whatever it took to save her business. From the moment she began using the scissors, Bukola noticed a change. Clients started coming in, first in small numbers, then more and more each day. Soon, her salon was packed with women eager to have their hair done by Lady B herself. The scissors became a secret weapon, and she guarded them closely, using them only when necessary and keeping them locked away in her office. The scissors was swift and overwhelming. Within months, Lady B Beauty Salon was the hottest spot in Lagos. Wealthy women, socialites, and celebrities filled the salon every day, all clamoring for Bukola's touch. Her stylists admire her skill, but never questioned the strange rule about the scissors. But Tolu, one of Bukola's most talented stylists, wasn't satisfied with just admiring Lady B's success from afar. Tolu was ambitious, and she had begun to notice that the clients who had their hair trimmed with the mysterious scissors always seemed happier, more satisfied than anyone else. Tolu's curiosity turned to envy and then to greed. She wanted to know the secret behind the scissors. Why did they work so well? Why was Lady B the only one allowed to use them? One afternoon, when Lady B had stepped out of the salon for an appointment, Tolu made a move. She knew exactly where Lady B kept the scissors, in the locked drawer in her office. Tolu had been planning this moment for weeks. She had an identical pair of scissors she had purchased, intended to swipe them out for Lady B's. Her heart raced as she snuck into the office, her hands trembling, and she picked the lock on the drawer. There they were, the forbidden scissors. Tolu stared at them for a moment, her mind racing with thoughts of the power they held. Without hesitation, she swapped the Lady B scissors with the fake pair and slipped the real one into her bag. Feeling triumphant, Tolu left the salon that day with a smug smile. She had the scissors now, and soon she would have the same success as Lady B. But what Tolu didn't know was that she had just unleashed something far darker than she could ever imagine. The consequences began almost immediately. The next morning, the salon was eerily quiet. The usual crowd of the clients was nowhere to be seen. Lady B noticed the difference immediately. At first, she thought it was just an off day. But as the days went by, the emptiness of the salon became more and more alarming. Clients who had been regular stopped coming altogether. The once busy salon was now nearly deserted. Lady B's hands began to swell. At first, it was barely noticeable, just a slight puffiness in her fingers. But within days, her hands are swollen to twice their normal size, throbbing with pain. She could no longer walk. Her hands were stiff, immobile, and useless. In a panic, Bukola contacted the herbalist. His words on the other end of the line chilled her to the bone. "Someone has taken the scissors," he said. "The consequences have already begun. This is only the beginning. If the scissors are not returned, the final consequence will be irreversible." Bukola's heart sank. She rushed back to the salon, searching frantically for the scissors in her office. When she held them in her hands, she knew immediately these weren't her scissors. Someone had switched them. But who? Her eyes fell on Tolu, who had been acting strangely ever since that day. Bukola comforted her, but Tolu denied everything, her face pale with fear. But it was too late. The swelling in Bukola's hand grew worse, spreading to her arms. Her once successful salon became a ghost town, and the pain in her hands became unbearable. No doctor could help her, and no amount of pleading could undo what had been done. Tolu, realizing the horror of what she had done, tried to return the real scissors. She snuck back into salon one night, leaving the scissors on Lady B's desk, but the damage was irreversible. Bukola would live with her swollen, useless hands for the rest of her life. Lady B Beauty Salon, once the crown jewel of Lagos, became nothing more than cautionary tale of a warning to those who seek power without understanding the cost. And as for the scissors, they remained in the glass case, untouched but forever cursed. Moral lesson: greed and envy often backfire, leaving harm in their wake. True success comes from honesty, respect, and kindness towards others. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating tales and life lessons. Thank you for watching.